Hey everyone, and welcome back. You are listening to our Breakfast English podcast, the place where we learn English naturally, without boring textbooks. I'm Mark.
And I'm Emily. We are so glad you decided to tune in today. How's it going, Mark?
Oh, I'm surviving. I had a pretty lazy weekend. Mostly binge-watching TV shows and drinking coffee. What about you? You look a bit exhausted, to be honest.
Thanks for noticing, Mark. Yes, I am totally exhausted, but in a good way. I actually spent the entire weekend with my relatives. My parents had a big barbecue and all my aunts, uncles, and cousins dropped by.
Oh, wow. A full house. Sounds like organized chaos. Let me guess. Your aunt asked you when you were getting married, and your uncle gave you unwanted advice about your career?
Almost. Nobody asked about my career, but there was definitely a lot of loud talking, laughing, and way too much food. But seriously, I love my family. We are a very close-knit family.
That's great. And that actually brings us perfectly to today's topic. Today we are talking about exactly that, family and relatives.
Exactly. Knowing how to talk about your family is super important, but today we want to take your English to the next level. We are going to share some really cool modern idioms that native speakers use all the time when talking about their relatives.
Right. No boring mother, father, sister, brother stuff today. So if you want to sound more natural and confident, grab a cup of tea, relax, and let's get right into it. All right, let's get down to business. Emily, you mentioned that you spent the weekend with your relatives. What do we call it when a lot of family members meet in one place?
Oh, that's an easy one. We call it a family gathering. Or we can use a phrasal verb and say that my family got together.
Exactly. To get together simply means to meet, and a family gathering is just a meeting of family members. It sounds much more natural than saying a meeting with my family.
True. Honestly, family gatherings can be so loud. Which brings us to our first real idiom for today, to run in the family. Mark, how would you explain this one to our listeners?
Well, imagine this. Let's say your grandfather has blue eyes, your dad has blue eyes, and you have blue eyes too. You can say, blue eyes run in the family. It means a physical characteristic, a talent, or even a personality trait is shared by many members of the same family.
I love that phrase. For example, in my family, being talkative definitely runs in the family. We all love to talk. What about your family, Mark? Does anything run in your family?
Oh, absolutely. A terrible sense of humor definitely runs in my family. Seriously, my dad makes the worst jokes, and unfortunately, I think I do too.
Hey, I like your jokes. Sometimes. Anyway, let's move to the next idiom. This one is about appearance. It's to be the spitting image of someone.
The spitting image? That sounds a bit strange, doesn't it? What does it mean?
It means to look exactly like someone else, a perfect copy. For example, when I look at old photos of my grandmother when she was 20, I am the spitting image of her. We have the exact same face.
That's a great example. So listeners, if someone tells you that you are the spitting image of your mom, it means you look exactly like her. It's a very common phrase.
Okay, Mark, I have a fun one for you. What do we call a family member who is very different from everyone else? Maybe they are a bit rebellious, or they just chose a completely different path in life.
Ah, you are talking about the black sheep of the family.
Bingo. Why a black sheep?
Well, most sheep in a flock are white, so a black sheep stands out. It looks different. Usually the black sheep has a slightly negative meaning. Like if everyone in the family is a doctor or a lawyer, but one brother decides to become a street musician and travel the world with no money, he is probably the black sheep of the family.
Exactly. Or sometimes it's just the person who always gets into trouble. To be honest, I think I was a bit of a black sheep when I was a teenager. I dyed my hair pink and listened to heavy metal. My parents were shocked.
No way! Pink hair? I need to see those photos. But jokes aside, the black sheep is a fantastic idiom. I think almost every big family has one.
So, Mark, since we are talking about families, I have a funny story from my family gathering last weekend.
Oh, I love your family stories. Tell me everything.
Well, we were all sitting in the garden, eating burgers, and my aunt suddenly brought out this huge box of old photographs, from the 1970s and 80s.
Oh, no. Let me guess. Embarrassing baby photos?
Yes, plenty of those. But then she showed me a picture of my grandmother when she was 25. Mark, I couldn't believe my eyes. I am exactly like her. I mean, I always knew we looked similar, but in that photo, I am the spitting image of my grandmother. We have the exact same curly hair, the same smile, even the same style of glasses.
No way! That is so cool. Did the rest of your family agree?
Oh, completely. My uncle looked at the photo, then looked at me and said, "Wow, Emily, it's like a time machine. It's funny how genetics work. I guess the curly hair definitely runs in the family."
That makes sense. It's really special when you find a connection like that with your grandparents.
I totally agree. What about you, Mark? Do you have any crazy relatives? Tell me about the black sheep of your family.
Oh, I definitely do. I have an uncle, let's call him Uncle Bob. Now, my family is pretty traditional. Everyone is a teacher, an engineer, or an accountant. Very normal, quiet jobs.
Okay, and what does Uncle Bob do?
Well, Uncle Bob used to be an accountant too. But one day, when he was 40, he decided he was bored. So he quit his job, sold his house, bought a huge van, and started a new life as a traveling magician.
Are you serious? A magician? That is amazing.
I know. He travels all over the country doing magic tricks at festivals. My parents still don't understand him. They always say, Bob is so strange. He is definitely the black sheep of the family. He never comes to our formal family dinners because he's always traveling.
I totally get it. But honestly, Uncle Bob sounds like a fun guy.
He is. And you know what? He is always telling terrible jokes during his magic shows. So, like I said earlier, a bad sense of humor really runs in the family. Even the black sheep has it.
That is brilliant. It just shows that no matter how different you are, you still share something with your family.
So, Emily, you mentioned there was way too much food at your family gathering. Did you cook anything special for them?
Actually, yes. I made my absolute favorite dish, chicken piccata. You know, the chicken breast with the lemon sauce?
Oh, that sounds delicious. I love a good lemon chicken. Did your relatives like it?
They completely destroyed it. There was nothing left on the plates. But to be honest, being a good cook really runs in the family. My mom taught me how to make it, and her mom taught her. It's like our little family tradition.
That's awesome. In my family, we usually just order a massive amount of pizza when we get together. Nobody wants to spend hours in the kitchen.
Well, next time you have a family gathering, you should invite me. I will cook for everyone. But what about you, Mark? You always carry a camera around. Did you take any photos of Uncle Bob and his magic tricks?
I actually did. I brought my trusty Nikon to his last show. I really enjoy photography, and getting action shots of his magic tricks was super fun.
Oh, you have to show me those pictures. I really want to see this famous black sheep of the family in action.
I will bring them to the studio next time. It's always good to look at old photos and remember the good times, even if your family is a little crazy.
Exactly. At the end of the day, family is family.
All right, everyone, that brings us to the end of our story time. But before we wrap up today's episode, we want to hear from you.
Exactly. We absolutely love reading your comments and learning more about our listeners. So here is your little homework for today. Don't worry, it's easy and fun.
We want you to practice. Choose at least one of the idioms we learned today and write a sentence about your own family in the comments below.
Tell us, are you the spitting image of your dad? Or maybe you have a funny black sheep in your family.
Or just tell us what runs in your family. Maybe it's a talent for music, a love for sports, or a terrible sense of humor like mine. Whatever it is, share it with us. We try to read and reply to every single comment.
Okay, before we say goodbye, let's quickly review the 4 main phrases we learned today, just to make sure you remember them.
Good idea. Number 1, family gathering, or the phrasal verb to get together, which simply means when family members meet in one place.
Number 2, to run in the family, a physical characteristic, talent, or trait that many family members share.
Number 3, the spitting image of someone, when you look exactly like another person, a perfect copy.
And finally, number 4, the black sheep of the family member who is very different or unusual compared to everyone else.
Perfect summary, Emily. And that is all for today's episode. Thank you so much for tuning in and spending your time with us.
Yes, thank you. If you enjoyed this podcast and learned something new, please don't forget to subscribe and leave us a review. It really helps our channel grow.
Have a fantastic week, keep practicing your English, and we will catch you in the next episode.
Bye, everyone.